Good evening, and welcome back to another episode of Talk the Ting Sports. It's your
Yes,
boy
sir.
Carol. We have the usual cast. How's everybody doing? Sound off.
Not bad.
We're doing all right. We're doing okay.
Optimistic and for the future.
Yeah, man. So we had a few personal issues on Monday, so we couldn't go live. But we figure after a couple days of results in the Champions League, we have to come online and we have to talk about the whirlwind of football that we've had over the past few days, right? So we're going to start with today and work our way backwards.
Well, what you talking about, I care. The real league starts tomorrow. Big boys playing in Europe. But
But
real
you like to
competition
give bad ammo. You like to, well, then again, better than at that time in that cup, you know. So
they win the doldrums for a long time, you know.
for a while,
Remember,
So
The
he
doldrums for a
gets it
long
to
time.
I don't recall.
Yeah. You see what?
I don't recall.
Okay, good. Selective memory, they call it that.
So long since we've been in these quasi parts of Europe. We can't really.
Selective memory, they call it that.
I didn't see.
But
Yeah.
I did not see. All right. So let's go through the Champions League. Results today. Notable results. We had Barcelona 5-2. Club Brugge beating Aston Villa 1-0. Tyrone Mings. What do you think about that? So
I think it was a fair call.
fair call? So
The
you're
keeper-
saying the Arsenal one was an unfair call?
Arsenal should have been a penalty as well.
Understood.
But kick the ball. Ball was in play. You have to kick the ball with your hands. First of all, the defender should never be touching the ball with their hands as a best practice. Right? You want to place the ball, place it with your feet. Just
Agreed.
Villa can have no complaints.
See that again?
Things like the reincarnated Carragher. Always doing a madness.
Yeah, well,
I didn't watch any of the games today, man.
That's the Champions League debut. So you must have forget itself.
Maybe a little nervous.
Yeah.
I didn't watch any of the highlights besides the Arsenal. I watched the whole Arsenal games.
No, I didn't watch that. I had the Golasso show on, so I was following most of the scores for like most of the first half. PSG lost to Atletico Madrid 2-1.
I expected that slump in a PSG good. They don't have no star for any.
So but the issue was before that they had star power but didn't have a balanced team. So they get rid of their star power and they're trying to build a balanced team. So what I mean, I don't watch them enough. I don't really care for PSG, but still. I mean, the top of the French league, but
that's not saying much.
Still, as expected. But in the Champions League, they still haven't found a way to do something. Like they scored in the 14th minute, a nice finish from Warren, and then 4 minutes later they concede, and then they concede in the 90+3 to lose the game. So
those are the notable games from today.
And well, Bayern won 1-0, and then Inter Arsenal 1-0.
So right now, I guess let me just share the table. Looking small a little bit, I think.
Brad, onto your voice. Your song cut off. Intentional.
Yeah, he muted.
All right.
Oh, I didn't realize that. I was just saying the Arsenal game had a dubious penalty awarded.
Okay.
Very harsh in my opinion, but
life
is harsh.
I didn't see the actual incident. I saw the result. I saw the penalty, but I didn't see the actual incident.
The ball was crossed into the box, and the striker kick it right away and straight onto the defender who was like leaning with his foot and his arm back and he hit his hand.
Yeah.
No, of recent they've been waving those away, but they decide handball. I mean,
Can anybody say what is handball in football nowadays? I
But
really
I
don't
was
know.
just going to ask that. What is
Exactly.
what is the actual rule? Like how it is written in the laws of football? Because I cannot tell. Like I remember a couple of seasons ago in the Premier League, like every little thing they should give a penalty, and now they stop that. I really don't know.
well,
I really don't know.
while the penalty was harsh, to win games you have to score goals, and Arsenal have a little trouble doing that these days.
Mm-hmm.
So Brad, Jimmy Carragher made an observation about Arsenal playing very similar to Mourinho teams. What is your thoughts on that?
Increasingly, maybe 2 seasons ago I would have disagreed, but last season and towards this season I find they've been playing a lot more defensively and they're not necessarily good in transition like some other teams. So I don't know what really is the objective. What is Arteta real? I know Odegaard was out as one of their main creative outlets, but they've looked a little different of this season.
I kind of feel like I'll go back to Arsenal had a great opportunity the last couple of years, I feel, to win a trophy. And then this year, when they needed a player like Ivan Toney, man. They needed a goal scorer, bro. And
That's what I said.
they didn't go for it. And I feel like the opportunity will pass them because, other teams will improve. And, and Arteta, the longer he goes not winning a trophy, the more pressure he'll be under. And then when you get a new coach, you never know,
I think without winning any trophy.
Well, he won the FA Cup his first year, right? The first year he was there.
Yeah, but it's 4 years ago now.
Exactly. But since then, they haven't put any emphasis on the cup tournament, on the domestic cups. Right? They've been playing a lot of their youth, and they haven't even been making it that far into those tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So
they needed to sign a striker. I think you get close 2 years in a row. You have to add something there that really going to put you well. And I don't think, they wanted numbers in midfield, Mikel Merino, but I really feel like Havertz, he'll get you a few goals, but the prolific striker you need, and especially if you need a plan B. The regular way not working. Team sitting deep. Milan was defending today with deep back five.
But then again, that's what you're going to get with Inter Milan.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I don't know. I think tactically Arteta didn't dress himself in glory today there.
Who is the Inter Milan coach right now?
See what?
Who is the Inter Milan coach right now?
Is it Inzaghi?
Hold on, let me check it.
Is that Inzaghi?
Yeah. Simone Inzaghi.
Yeah.
Inzaghi.
Yeah. So
Inzaghi was in AC.
Look, Brad putting a talk there. Man, I never manage a club in his life. Get the Arsenal job. What else could we as Arsenal fans expect? Got to get the coach or the manager.
Oh boy.
I have to say,
So I disagree with that though, because everybody has to have their come up.
Brad has been consistent since Arteta get the job. Whether they've been trending up or down, what he say, Arteta is not the man to win Arsenal a trophy. My brother Brent as well said the same. Arteta out from the beginning.
We have a partner there that say, if you don't win a trophy last season, get him out. So
yeah. By now you know how you feel now. If you didn't win it don't look like they're on course to win a trophy this year. But anyway,
yeah,
we talk about
Still
small
young
things.
season.
You talk about small things enough there. Let's move on then.
all right. Well, talking of small teams that have been
We need an Arsenal fan on the panel.
you checking that?
Yeah. Let's get Arsenal fan on the panel, man.
He's on WhatsApp. They have talk.
Fellas on
Yeah, I
WhatsApp
know.
talking.
I know.
And then they don't want to call in.
I suspect, you know what? I suspect I stopped talking football with them, man. Before they go calling the show, we ain't talking football on WhatsApp. Call the show and
You
talk,
know,
man.
you know. All right, going to yesterday now. No real surprise besides.
No
Well,
real surprise.
hold on, let me finish the dread.
Boy, I was gonna say what?
We had two big surprises and then one washout. So Liverpool dominated the second half
That was
against
surprising
Bayern.
as well.
That was surprising.
Surprising, yeah. You know, a team that won, you know, the league undefeated last year in Germany, you know, lost one game all season. You know, we expected them to come and give us a tougher game than we got. So, you know, it was quite surprising.
Yeah, but
And,
how
and,
they
and a
doing in,
manager and a manager only one thing as well.
Yeah,
how,
former Liverpool man.
how are they doing in the league this year?
I will say in the first half, they had enough chances to go up 1 or 2 goals. But that's the familiar trend of most of our games this season is, you know, whether they storm in the first half and second half really kick on, you know. But we have
So that will last. You think that Liverpool lock
I
up?
honestly, if I give you my real opinion, last year I was saying the same thing when we were doing well, but I felt like we were conceding too many chances, and not just chances, clear-cut chances on our goal that fellas was missing, and eventually it started catching up with us. However, this season we have a slightly different approach to how we transition to attack, so maybe it might work.
All right, because that's how many games now you guys score 2 or 3. Well, it was 2 against Brighton on the weekend, 4 today or yesterday, and I think a couple games ago you guys had the same thing. But we'll come back to Liverpool.
Yeah.
Yes, Real Madrid, AC Milan.
Yeah.
Project Mbappe failing, or
You know, they said that the atmosphere on the training ground after the snub of the Ballon d'Or for Vini, they're sorry for the next team Madrid play. They're going to be either we end up feeling sorry for Real Madrid.
Last Madrid now.
I don't know, man. That Madrid team lacking balance.
Yeah.
Yeah. I call it, you know. I call it because like the system Ancelotti had last year, he had a diamond in the midfield. With Bellingham on the tip of the diamond, the cam, so to speak, and Vini and Rodrigo flanking him. So that was your attacking force. They check like a false 9 or whatnot. Now they have Mbappe playing in number 9 and Vini off the left. They try and sometimes Rodrigo on the left or Valverde on the right, I should say. Rodrigo and Valverde on the right. It doesn't have the balance of last season. You check, and 12 games now, Bellingham is 0-0. You check, no goals for Bellingham. And I don't think Mbappe, like, he not gelling with them at all.
I saw Thierry Henry do a piece of analysis on Mbappe playing number 9 and Bellingham making runs, the runs the man's supposed to be making.
Yeah.
Like, he's kind of standing around in the middle of the park, you know, just kind of waiting for the ball to come to his feet. I feel Madrid, you know, they already had them all full and they wanted more kick. They're too greedy, and I'm happy for it.
Well, I mean, that happened over the years, you know, so you have to expect that.
I get that, but they have 2 players that play in the exact same position. I mean,
Madrid,
that's why I say they had to sell Vini in the summer, but they couldn't sell Vini because he was the top player last season. It's like when Mbappe is up the left, he playing his best football. He never played centre forward for PSG. Right.
Madrid need a centre forward, but Mbappe is not a centre forward.
Not at all.
Yeah.
He played one 2 times here for France, but
and
I don't
Jude,
think they had much success.
He played there for France in the summer, and France suffered for it.
Personally, Jude did well last year, but I do not rate Jude too highly. I feel like he's limited as a midfielder.
Very limited.
He makes good runs in the box. He can score goals, but not necessarily pacey. I don't know. A manager really have to think about what is the best place to play Jude.
Well, you just mentioned Thierry Henry was talking about like he making them runs in the box. That is why he was scoring those goals last season. He's making those late runs into the box. But Jude not like you don't have the guy of an Ozil to play that number 10. I don't feel like he can play his back to goal. Like I just feel like at Dortmund they used to play him as an 8, and that was his best attribute, driving with the ball and creating chances that way. But I don't feel like
So, what do you think some of Madrid problems stemming from the midfield? You don't think they're missing Cruz?
Yeah, they're missing Cruz.
Yeah, 100%.
As well.
Modric can't play like the way he used to. He's 49 now.
Yeah. Chouameni, not exactly a Cruz replacement. Camavinga is good, but he's the attributes they bring in. Nobody really bring in what Cruz brought.
Yeah.
So right now, watching football now, who you would say is the closest thing to what Toni Kroos is offering for Madrid?
Cruz.
Not much like that.
Boy.
They should call Cruz the sniper, because you could see a pass. Nobody else could.
We don't really have a lot of pure passing midfielders anymore in the game.
But the game in itself, I feel has just changed, bro. Like I don't know, man. And to be honest, most football games, that's part of the reason I like watching in the English Premier League, because I feel like at least there's some type of excitement to it. But it's in some type of way. That's why I don't really like watching the Spanish league. Too much passing to me, boring. Not so much like vertical football. I know it's more technical. I get that. It's good to watch. The bigger teams play, but I like to see Mavericks, man. People taking the ball and making runs, and I don't really see too much of that, man. It's like everybody playing in a system. And every coach nowadays trying to fit somebody in a system is like, I get it.
I'll tell you what, I saw a lot of that against Madrid yesterday. Milan was all over them. Wingers making runs down the wing, midfielders turning and picking passes. It was a masterclass.
Yeah. But AC Milan just come to the Premier League and just start. I don't meme about that. Like they just start taking like garbage, like going for teams and the second, like Pulisic, they had Loftus-Cheek,
yeah.
Morata.
Morata. Yeah.
Tammy Abraham.
I never just make a team there, a decent team.
Yeah.
I mean, it's never been in the Serie A, but I mean, if you can beat the mighty Real Madrid.
But this is
imagine Emerson Royale was playing right back.
Exactly. Exactly.
But this is the thing. To me, I don't know if you guys agree, but maybe I talk we can debate. But in my mind, in that level, I get it. There are certain players who are head and shoulders over others. We're talking about Kevin De Bruyne, Toni Kroos. Those guys are head and shoulders over. But in my mind, look at how Chelsea was playing last year. And everybody was saying they're so far from, where they should be. And then this year, Chelsea is kind of up there in the league, and everybody kind of forget already where they were 12 months ago. Like, to me, decent players playing under decent coaching with good instructions can look better than they actually are. That's
100%.
That's the thing. So, like you were saying, like with AC Milan, the coach is able to get those players to play to their strengths. And so when they go to play against teams like Madrid, and that's another reason too, another thing too, I feel like when teams play Man City and Madrid and these teams, if you take it to them, those teams don't expect that, bro. Some level, they almost get shocked every time you see a team take the game to them. Because look at the Sporting game. I mean, Man City throws 4 free chances in the first half, and by the time second half come out, Sporting hit them, bang, bang. And, they don't know how to respond.
Right to it.
Well, that's the thing with Man City, when you play them, if you're really brave, they'll give you chances. If you're brave, you can take them and you really put them under pressure.
I don't think they have a stellar back line too. Like Pep keep changing the back line. I feel like the attack always building them out. But you have what is his name? Ikanji, Ake. Those are not stellar names when you have to think down. You have to deep it. I mean, Ruben Diaz and what's his name? Stones had like a solid partnership a couple years ago. But I don't think they're playing with one solid center pairing like for a while now.
Yeah.
And then they started this young kid, Simpson. I wouldn't say the rest
Simpson
of his last
Pussy.
name. Yeah.
I don't even.
Like I personally never heard about Mister before. I just find it strange that Pep would have Walker on the bench, Ake on the bench, and not play them in a Champions League match. You think Pep underestimated Sporting or what? It's just rotation.
You know, you like to think these teams.
I think it's rotation, man. I read somewhere that them City really only have about 14 players fit, first team players fit.
Mm.
You know.
But they'll be fine, man, making it to the next round. So I don't think that'll be a huge dent in their progression.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So
Fair enough.
let's look at the table.
Whoa, that team undefeated on the top there, boy. Wow.
4 games played.
10 goals
4-1.
scored.
Don't go
Sporting
with
up
4
there.
games played 4-1. Jay, I can't even do simple math.
Yeah,
We have
Sporting,
Monaco, Brest.
What?
Yeah, Brest
Yeah.
done well so far.
They've been playing well. I watch a bit of the game.
I like
I
the
don't. I'll be honest. I never hear anything about that team or its players.
The first time I hear about that team is when the man was saying it on the goal on the Paramount Plus. The man just enjoy saying Brest.
I haven't watched any of Monaco games to see how they go in. But
Monaco grabbed a late winner yesterday against what was that they played
Bologna.
Bologna, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, that's the top 8. You have out of the top 8 there. You have let me see, one team from Spain.
automatically.
Yeah.
So that's the automatic. You know, I never bothered to understand how that works, but they have been giving us some good games there.
Opportunity now. The top 8 goes through automatically.
Mm-hmm.
The next 16
to what the quarter finals, right?
to the round of
16.
Round of 60. Okay, yeah, 8, yeah, round of 60.
The next 8 playing the next 8 in a 2-leg playoff to determine who is the 8 that join in that top 8 in the round of 16. And
Okay, so
going
from
automatically.
From 10 through 10
9.
to 24.
Yeah.
From 9 to 24.
Yeah.
So 9 will
They
play
play
24
each other.
and-
They playing each other in a 2-leg knockout.
So really, you have 8 group games, potentially 2 knockout games to determine who. So it could really end up being a lot more games in the Champions League.
And all of those teams from 25 down eliminated. They're not going
They're
into
out.
the Europa League.
No Europa
gone.
League. No, they out.
All right.
What for failure?
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
So
I mean, it has been giving us some good games. I'm not gonna lie.
No, we want to reward the teams who did well, and the ones who didn't do well go home. Unfair to drop them into another competition where teams have been struggling.
we're
And how many games each team playing?
8 games.
8 games in the group stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yikes! So we have 4 more games to go. In the
4 more games to go.
Yeah. Yep.
And
Next
potentially,
match, Liverpool put a nail in add a nail to Madrid coffin. No,
well, one can only hope.
Madrid have two games won,
But
2 games lost.
where we getting the time to play them games?
If you didn't in somewhere.
The last game in the past format, the last game was in December, early December. I can remember.
Yeah. Let me take a look at the fixtures.
But it's now them teams gonna complain about fixture congestion.
November
They've been
26th.
complaining about it.
The week of November 26th, the week of December 10th, then January 21st.
Oh yeah, I mean we have big January that
That's
don't
when
have any Champions League game.
Yeah.
But
And
they're gonna kill the English teams, boy. The English teams don't take no rest, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Well,
English
they technically get in 2 weeks.
they've introduced a rolling
Yeah.
holiday now where teams will have a break on a rolling basis. You know,
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, you know, my team not in that, so I never take the chance.
if you end up in that middle bracket between 9 and 24, you could
You have
really
more games.
play in an additional 4 games to make it to the round of 16.
4?
Well, 2 additional group games and then a potential 2-legged playoff.
Oh,
An
yeah.
additional 4 games just to get to the round of 16.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the football, I really hope Liverpool make it in the top 8 so we can just, rest and relax.
Yeah.
Boy.
The
Let me look at the
last
big
group game
tournament.
is on January 29th.
Maybe if we make it early enough mathematically, then we can, rest, rotate in the latter games, and
Yeah.
Interesting.
We shall see. There's some big games coming up, so. But
Let me share the actual, the real top competition there.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, the real competition.
I don't know, we don't want to spend too much time watching this quasi competition.
we come and we're undefeated.
We are undefeated, but we not.
But I thought Manchester
we-
United was in that competition. Where are
Boy,
they?
I think we're the same place in that table like we are in the English.
Whoa. They're not in the top 8, okay, maybe the next 8.
My brother, 22nd, my brother, it says down there.
We undefeated, as you say, come in.
Undefeated.
We all right, man. We all right.
We're going a whole European campaign undefeated. We're still winning that.
That competition have some decent games, decent teams too. So you should have some good games.
Yeah, man.
Some good games.
Our next game is against who? Is it Bodo Glimt?
Next game, let me
What is
see.
the team?
No, Pauk.
Pauk or something, yeah.
Yeah, we're playing against Pauk.
I mean,
The Galatasaray playing Tottenham tomorrow. Should be a good game.
Yeah.
What times when I seen them games?
United Pauk.
12:45.
That is an Eastern time.
Eastern time.
Eastern time, yeah.
Lazio Porto should be a good one.
if Man United couldn't beat the teams they've played so far, 20 and this, I don't know who they'll beat.
We had a ball throwing chat. The great Rude now.
Yeah, we'll be all right, man. We'll be all right. And then Amarim ball coming to save the day. Just like Ten Hag was coming to save the day.
Yes.
Every 3 years, somebody coming to save the day.
Every 3 years.
The day does never save. But anyway, so Carol, in terms of the weekend in England, you want to go for that?
Yeah, let's do that.
While you pull it up, let me just share some of them comments we have in there. Fellas, join us, man. Join us. Call in.
With the Arsenal fans, call in, give your views.
Yeah, I ultimately agree that format of the Champions League is better. So far, it's been good.
So that is like the Bantu
right
Super
now.
League. Yeah.
Start with the dead rubber game. What game is that, Rajiv?
I think you're talking about our game. Yeah,
United.
The 1-1.
And the dead rubber game. All they needed a worldie. All they playing so good. All they needed a worldie from Caicedo to get a point. I feel like joking, I read.
But that whole game was just very devoid of quality.
That game was terrible, bro.
Terrible. Terrible game.
At
Crap
all.
teams.
Huh?
Terrible game.
Crap teams.
You're right about that. Yeah.
Terrible players.
I'm not gonna
It was just I don't know. I watched the game and I just thinking like nobody taking their time.
I don't think neither team left with any credit.
Say again?
Neither team left with any credit.
Yeah, nobody taking their time. Nobody putting their foot on the ball and saying, all right, let's build something. It's just boom, boom, boom. I could swear it's Dominic as watching football. Sorry. No offense. No offense.
So you said you checking Bruno thriving in the
Oh yes. Bruno be the best. I don't know, man. I just Garnacho.
Boy, Mister.
Oh my god. How did you throw him in a niche for me?
Boy, Mister.
Wasteful, man. Wasteful. We're getting so many decent chances, and because we're not sharing the ball, Rasmus going greedy when he gets it because he want to make something happen. Garnacho always going greedy. Rashford self not creating nothing for nobody, and when he do get a chance, he's snatching at it because he's trying to make something happen. It's like we played with zero composure.
Well,
But there are a few big results. I mean, we're talking often about the dead rubber crew, lack of quality
Yeah,
game.
Correct.
lack of quality.
But Spurs beating Aston Villa 4-1 was a big result. Big result for Spurs.
That was what 4 second half goals as well.
Yeah.
I believe.
That's just Spurs things, man. They beat after Crystal Palace beat them. They beat Man City and Aston Villa in the same week. Just Spurs.
Spurs doing
Watch and see what they play next week for them to lose.
Say again.
Newcastle. I say watch and see what they play next week for them to lose. Newcastle play Arsenal, beat Arsenal 1-0. What are the Arsenal fans now? Call us in and let us know what you think about that game. I want to know. Call us.
Yeah, Arsenal really disappointing this
All right,
season.
look, somebody asking for the link there. Let me post it for them though.
I'll tell you about that game while the Arsenal fan join. Arsenal this season is lacking creativity. They're lacking verve. They're lacking, they don't have that spark. And I tell you why, in my opinion. It's very hard to go close year after year and keep that same hunger and that same drive. I'm talking from experience. Liverpool get close a couple of years and then inevitably fall off. It's hard to motivate players every year, to really push and give you more. Right now, fellas finish second. Some of them feel like,
They make it.
You check some of they play with a little less, little less drive, more. You check they lean back a little bit, and it's human nature to come. But that's a little fresh blood. Arsenal don't really do that.
That's part of the reason I always say coaches who could stay in jobs. If as much as people try and say Arsene Wenger was there and he didn't win this and that, bro, it's not easy, for you to build a team and then that team to maybe win something or not win something and then sell players, buy new players and maintain a certain level. It's not easy. Them coaches have to get credit. Even Pep, I mean, he spend money and thing, but he's rebuilt that team a couple of times. You keep players leaving and, winning championship trophies.
I really think the core of City is still the core that Pep really inherited. I don't know, the players Pep had. I mean,
you think so?
Whereas you add a Doku, you're not really making much change there. But
you Doku and Mahrez, night and day.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, you take away one and you add another, you're not really making a change, fundamental change to this squad.
Yeah, I understand.
But
but the core of the team inherited was KDB and David Silva and Guerrero. Them man, them.
Yeah, you have your Bernardo. These are still the guys I feel like they're doing it for City. I mean, Haaland, of course, is Haaland, but Haaland not really.
But since
type of player,
stay humble, eh?
Stay humble.
Yeah,
hey, we have a caller, caller, come in, caller, you live, caller, go ahead.
Yo, what is you doing?
Yes, sir.
What you saying?
I there, what is it?
Good,
man. We there.
What about Arsenal this season now?
What about them? I don't think anything about them. I think people looking at how this season end and just assuming that they started off the same way. At this point, well, going into the game against Newcastle last weekend, they had amassed the same amount of points. So it's not like
the amount of points as last year.
Yep. The way they started this year is not all that different from how they started last year. They had amounted their same amount of points in the same amount of games. They didn't lose, but they were drawing more games. And then in December they get two losses. Fulham, then Newcastle. That is when for some reason all of them decide to put their hair blonde. It looked like they lose their brain. When all of them go blonde, we start dropping points. But we start catching losses. But yeah, so that's why I'm not in any kind of situation panicking, because I think people forgetting how the season started and just looking, oh, they were up there last at the end and think that they just started off there. They started off very slow, similar to
But
City.
but Shady, you can say if you guys are trying to topple City, you can't afford to start off the same way you start off. You need to start off hot. You can't drop points.
Well,
Yep.
yes, that can be said, but I'm not panicking for anything. I'm not necessarily saying that they going and win the league or they going and have the same kind of season they had last year. But I feel like people very much reactive and not really taking things into like the big picture. It's easy to say, well, if they were second, and they had a chance of winning it. But for a very long time, nobody was considering them. They were like, all yours just one season wonders because from about December up until March, they were third.
Well, Shane,
Arsenal only went top when Liverpool started doing nonsense, after they draw with City.
Shane,
They were not in the conversation.
like a person comment, like Osbert comment there. Yes, you have the points, but when you look at the performances, wouldn't you agree there has been a drop off?
Well, yeah, because the same players not playing, and for one, Odegaard, I don't know why people figure that they say, oh, they will miss him, but it's not going to be as bad. But it has been as bad as they have seen now because Odegaard did more than just passing the ball. Odegaard was on the defensive end. He started the press. He organized the press 100%. Just like he played 5 minutes today, and you saw the difference between how the press would. He would clearly point out, you take that person, I go and chase down the ball. So that like we're missing that in the team. Another thing, I don't know, a lot of people like to talk about they missing a number 9, but like they've been playing without a number 9 for 2 years now. I'm not saying that because they've been doing it for 2 years now that they just should not do it, but it's like there are more issues than just not having a clear-cut number 9. There are certain things that they are not doing that just because we would have a number 9 wouldn't fix that. Like for today, for example, Arsenal's strength is not in winning the ball in the air. Like they better know on set pieces, but in terms of sending a cross into the box, that is not where they succeed. They are technical players, and then right now they're not playing to their strengths. I understand that when you don't have a person like Odegaard, who is the more creative force in the midfield, you go and suffer. But the players on the wings, like the ball going out to Saka, you'd have White running, overlapping, and nobody in the middle stepping up for a cutback or something. So he basically, he double team. He had to try to force the ball to reach White or go back.
But that's what we're talking about, The number 9 you have there.
You don't have a number 9 in
If
the
you had a
box.
number 9, that problem might be alleviated.
No.
Exactly.
Listen to what I'm telling you. Right now, Havertz playing as the quote-unquote number 9. Havertz is a tall guy, but Havertz is not physically dominating the way, for example, like a Haaland is. So it's like they send 20 crosses into the box towards Havertz, and he don't win one. Because yes, he's tall, but he don't have the physical presence to do that.
But that is the point. Or you have guys who are like kind of like half strikers. They're not strikers.
Right? No, Shane, even if you don't have a tall striker in the box, right, and you get it certain opportunities where an early cross, right, can disrupt the defense. You do have a player that leading the line like that, Havertz always in between the space. You don't have nobody running in behind, right? And I don't know how
because
but Martinelli has a.
No, I think people looking at the numbers and he not putting the same numbers, but Martinelli play hasn't changed that much. His play has never really changed all that much. He would get into certain situations, he'll try to go to the byline and then try to whip the ball across quickly. It's just not working out, but his play hasn't really changed. So it's not like he changed and he's like his level dropped. It's just he had more success before than he is now having right now. And recently, he has been doing a lot better when he gets the ball in terms of the decisions that he makes. But
I just don't
it's not like he doing differently.
Arsenal have had instances where it's not working out, the game not going their way. They say, I'm sure sad it work out. But I just don't think Arteta have like a different tactic that he can employ to try and win games. It's always the same. Sometimes it looks, sometimes it don't. And right now, especially Odegaard out, they're struggling.
Hey, so Shane, brother, have a question in the chat there. I want to ask you. So before you go, so he say, would you choose to win the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup for 10 seasons, or win one Premier League and Champions League in that decade?
No, it's a weird hypothetical.
I know, but
One Champions League.
one league,
Premier
I guess, a Prem and a Champions League in a decade, or win the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup. I guess he said every season. I don't know.
Was an Arsenal fan because they haven't won the Premier League in 20 years and never won the Champions League. So that is a good question.
United hasn't won the Premier League in what, 15 years?
I personally
11.
Yeah, man, 11.
11? My maths not mathsing. I think in the Premier League and the Champions League.
Yeah.
You know, a few English clubs they win the Champions League. Very few.
You know, clubs can say it. Period.
I would take the Premier League and the Champions League. The Premier League for one, because I don't know, it has been about 20 years since they win it. Like, as much as possible, I think if I was in the club's footsteps, my goal would be to make sure that doesn't go to 30. Like, even if necessarily we don't win it, like, you know, after another 5 years. But to me, if you let too much time pass before you win the big ones, then it dropping a certain belief within the club itself. Like, they losing the belief that they can even go ahead and try to do something like that. So that is why I would take it. I'll take the Champions League. We've never won it. I'll take a Prem. The FA Cup, we have enough FA Cup. If 10 years later we don't win, if for 10 years we don't win the FA Cup, after them 10 years we can try to win it again. But if you can guarantee me that I will win the Champions League and the Prem within this next decade, and maybe not win anything else, I will take that.
Same.
Yeah, Shane. Yeah. Thanks for calling in, man. Thanks for calling in.
Shane.
Fellas checking, club only win one Champions League. I checking, how many managers can say they win a Champions League in your lifetime? But if your club, you support him. I mean, funny thing
how many Champions League finals you brought them to? Three, right?
3, yeah.
3.
Yeah, I mean that's an achievement.
Free and win one.
3 win 1.
Yeah.
We only lost one. We won one. We lost one. The other one, Carriers, happened. We don't really speak of that day.
So you can say Sissoko happened.
Sissoko? I don't know if you
happened. That's the most boring Champions League final I saw in my life.
It was.
Yeah,
it was. And we played terribly.
It was. I didn't remember that.
I didn't remember that campaign. It was a fun campaign altogether.
Yeah, it was. Always lose the league by 1 point. Was it?
That same, but the same league, we lose the league by 1 point. With what, 97?
99. Was it 90? Yeah, 97. It's something else. Hey.
Brad, it's not the number of trophies, it's the quality of the trophy, man. It's how hard it is to win the trophy.
You could win 10 Carabao Cup and 10 FA Cup. I can still go and tell you, but you never win the Champions League. That's the big trophies. You check. No, trophies is trophies. If I can get them, I'll take them. But the CL, that's the holy grail.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, Arsenal fans taking blows left and right. You never win a Champions League. Like a big club, or you saying all London is red, but Chelsea have two of them big ears in the cabinet, so it's a bit difficult for you to say London ran out, or you never reigned supreme in Europe. In all those years, with all the good teams Arsenal have had.
How many finals they make it to?
Last I know was 6. I don't remember.
Huh?
2006 was the last time I know they make a final.
Yeah.
That was the last time. They made the Europa League final, but Chelsea.
Let me ask you a question there.
Talk to me.
Who wanna win a league first between United, Arsenal, and Chelsea? Because I genuinely think Arsenal time pass, you know.
Yeah, they had their chance.
I feel they had a chance and they let it. You see how Liverpool
They let it go.
Liverpool took their chance. Like the City took them, you know, the year and then they went back the next year and they win it. I feel like Arsenal missed their chance, bro. I don't know. I don't know.
I would say Chelsea.
I think Chelsea probably in a better position to win it than us for sure.
I think right now, watching all three, I have to say I think Arsenal have the best chance to win a trophy before.
The league I'm talking about, eh?
Yeah, to win the league before United and Chelsea. Right now, I would say Arsenal. Provided that either they get a new manager.
Football heritage is really good. Jose Mourinho talked to all.
The only reason I will say I think Chelsea better place is because Chelsea have a few more weapons. And I think they play. They don't necessarily. They can't defend. The defenders are not very good.
You have weapons and you have weapons, Kerry. I mean, you can have a sharp arrow, but you have the bow and arrow good. The bow are good. I feel like Chelsea have a lot of players with potential, but I don't know if it will ever come together with that particular group, a cohesive squad where they have a strong defense, strong attack. But I think Arsenal, when all their players fit, they can win the league right now.
I don't know. Well, for me, I feel Chelsea have a knack of just getting the manager and just winning. They did it with Conte. They did it with Mourinho. I just feel they have a knack for that. You know?
Era. That was in the Abramovich era.
I don't think they have the defense to do it.
Todd Bowley is a madman. Giving man 9-year contract. Right now, they man going to come to a point where they can't get rid of fellas and they don't want them again. You see what they do? Some of their players that come through the academy. When they get to a point where Modric not performing, they give up on him. But he have 5 years left on his deal. And nobody other club wouldn't pay him what Chelsea paid him. They're gonna stick.
I saw Simon Jordan talking about, you know, the whole profit and loss scenario and all that stuff, and saying that it's not fair and all that. But, you know, look at what happened with Chelsea with Abramovich. I mean, you might always get some money to buy them. Those teams are too big to kind of fail. But at the same time, the kind of model that Chelsea going with, I don't see how that's sustainable, bro. Todd Bowley might just decide in 2-3 years that he finished with Chelsea, and you have guys sitting on 10-year contracts, bro. That's madness. I don't understand. The man had what's his name, Cole Palmer on like a 7-year contract or something. He gave him a 2-year extension. Yeah. For what reason? I don't really understand.
What do you think is baseball?
Yeah, like baseball had a 10-year contract.
Huh?
They had a 10-year contract. When they give Modric that I remember, if I remember on WhatsApp you were debating about that. And I say, if I'm the player, there's no, of course I signed in that 10-year contract. I can make money for 10 years, no problem. But you know, if Modric was playing good and Madrid come for him, he would go. They have all the power at that point.
I want to address a comment there from Brad John Baptist. We don't say Man U is a bigger club than Liverpool because of trophies. It have a lot of other factors that have to do with that. Global fan base, you know, commercial power, them kind of thing. As a Liverpool fan, I cannot be delusional to say we're bigger than Man U because we're not, you know. But it's not just trophies. There's a lot of other factors involved. You know, we're not far away, but we're not.
Yeah. Big. I mean, I think trophies is a big part of it too, right? But Liverpool, if you think about it, I mean, it's not, as a United fan, Liverpool is a bigger club, European, you know, Europe-wise than
in Europe.
United.
They have 5.
You know what I'm saying?
6.
Six.
So we cannot say that. But at the same time, like Brad say, global appeal. You know what I'm saying? All those things. That's why when City comes saying they're making the same revenue as United, bro, because they're saying, "How?
I
That
see
can't be
this
possible, bro."
Up saying City have like the third most revenue in world football. I just cannot fathom.
And City cannot fill the stadium on a Champions League night, bro. That don't make no sense.
But that's why
Like,
they allegedly in court fighting to be able to have sponsorships from their owners and their affiliated companies, so they can.
but you saw the case. You guys saw the case on that. The Premier League say it's fine.
I didn't.
Well,
Really,
what do you expect?
but
What do you expect?
nuances, but I didn't really read into the details quite yet.
But who didn't they get backing from Newcastle and Ting testify on the behalf now, something like that?
Yeah, as expected.
Both state-owned clubs.
Yes.
Yep.
These are the clubs that want to.
There's another club that supports them now. I'm trying to remember.
Everton.
Everton's in trouble.
Yeah.
Let's run through the remaining games before time.
Yeah.
They had an upset. City lost to Bournemouth.
Let me share it again.
It did upset me now. Didn't upset me.
So we talked about the Arsenal City losing to Bournemouth. This was a great weekend for Liverpool, boy.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Correct. And they conceded first, I was convinced Brighton was going to beat them, but they came back and they did their thing in the second half.
And Brighton played well.
Yeah, quite.
We were convinced.
I
Brighton
thought
played well.
I was hoping.
I always wait until the second half to pass judgment because that's where we are. I don't know what Slot does say in the locker room, but we just come out with a new kind of verb,
Well, you see, I guess Ten Hag win the sack race, but Lopetegui, I don't think too far behind. No?
Lopetegui will be
Lopetegui, Gary O'Neill on finance because Wolves can't ask him to.
Yeah, man, can't hold the lead now. Can't hold the lead.
I
Wolves
tell
come back from.
all the time Wolves will be okay,
What is it?
All the time Wolves will be okay, but them kind
I
of things.
think they will. I still think they will,
bro.
But I think Gary O'Neill might go before that.
You can't,
and he'll be replaced by Graham Potter. That's what I think.
At Wolves?
No, West Ham.
Oh, West Ham. Okay. Lopetegui. All right.
So I'm turning for a big win against Everton, but that's a big 3 points for them.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, they needed it.
Yeah,
we have a Forest. What do you think?
Forest
in the table.
The only
Forest in the table.
I haven't watched any of Forest games to see exactly what they're doing.
Well, I watched one and beat us.
Hey, this weekend. Let's look at the fixtures for this weekend coming up before the international break.
I saw something that said the gap between Liverpool and Arsenal is so big they can fit a Forest in it.
So United have a big 6-pointer coming up themselves. They have Leicester in the league there,
Yeah, that's a massive game, my friend. It's a huge, massive game.
Relegation considerations there.
But nowadays, Brad, we scoring goals for fun, so it's okay,
we play against Leicester second team in the cup. Score 5.
Casemiro bringing them from 35 yards out,
Remember what happened the last time we played a team in the cup and they played the second team, we beat them and then they come back and beat us on the weekend. Was it
Crystal Palace? Yes.
Crystal Palace and Palace want to wash there.
No, man, we beat Leicester, man. After all.
Roy Hudson has come Old Trafford and dance.
So Brentford, Bournemouth, who are calling for that game?
That's a good game. I say 1-1.
Bournemouth 2-1.
Yeah,
we should write down our predictions next week.
We should.
Let's do that now. You have to figure out how to track that,
I'll do it on my notes.
Yeah, do it on the notes, man.
All right. And we need to figure out our point system,
We should do predictions for like 5 games every week.
Predictions for 5 games? Yeah, not
5
the
games?
whole thing, right?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
All right, so this okay. So let's do it. Let's do 5 games. So who we picking? We picking this weekend. Man City,
If you
Brighton,
take the first fixture, the
Liverpool,
last
Aston
fixture,
Villa,
Man City, Brighton.
Liverpool, Aston Villa.
I feel Brighty taking that one, Brighton, Munich taking that.
Oh boy, big game Sunday at 11:30, boy. Chelsea,
all right.
Arsenal.
So,
Yeah, big
which games?
top 4 clash there.
We go in the first game. That
All
good
right.
game. Brentford, Bournemouth. That good game. You can
Yeah.
go with that.
I say
Brad,
Bournemouth.
what you say? For
Bournemouth.
that one. 2-1 Bournemouth.
2-1.
I go 1-1.
I go 2-1 Brentford.
1-1.
You go 2-1.
2-1
Brentford.
Brentford. Yeah. I'm going more for a brace.
I say 2-1 Bournemouth.
All right. Next game.
Brad, what you
Next
say
game.
for the Brentford Bournemouth?
2-1 Bournemouth.
Let's game Brighton City.
2-1 Brighton.
Big call there, boy. City losing 2 in a row. 3 in a row.
4 in a row, if you count all competitions.
That would be 4 in a row.
Wow. Off with Pep head, boy. Time for Pep to get the
I say
sack.
2-0 City. How are you saying?
The American Express Stadium. I go 3-1 City. 3-1. Comfortably.
I give him drawing 2-2.
All right.
Brad, what did you say for that game?
2-1 Brighton.
All right.
Liverpool Villa.
Villa.
Villa haven't been on a good run now. And
Liverpool win that game.
Yeah, the away. Yeah, I'd say 3-1 Liverpool for me.
I go in 2-0 Liverpool.
$2-1 Liverpool for me. 2-1.
It's 3 games we take on Saturday. There. Any other Saturday games? Any game on Sunday? We have 2 games on Sunday. I don't pick it
What
like
do you
United.
say?
Less
When you say
for Liverpool 2-0. 2-0.
2-0 Liverpool or 2-0 Villa?
2-0 Liverpool.
Kerry, I mean, you're disrespectful.
Zip it.
Gary, what you saying?
2-1 Liverpool.
Everybody go for Liverpool in that one.
Yeah.
Must be a good feeling, bro.
And then we have one more match.
I feel like it's a jinx.
One more. How many?
Two more matches. 2 more matches.
Yeah, 2 more matches.
Newcastle game. I feel it's a good game we can predict. I don't interested in predicting United game. United game is a 6-point relegation 6-pointer.
I say in 4s between.
We can do the Forest and we can do the Chelsea Arsenal.
Chelsea Arsenal, yeah.
So the Forest, I'm gonna say that game gonna end up 1-1.
Brad.
2-0 Forest.
2-0 Forest. When Newcastle have confidence, Newcastle just beat Arsenal in Iran. Big confidence.
Yeah, but they inconsistent.
Type of game, man.
Matter of fact, I win 1-1.
Yeah, I think it's a draw, man. We'll draw.
I say let me say for that 2-1 Forest.
2-1 Forest.
All right, the big game of the weekend. Top 4 clash.
I going 2-2.
2-2.
That gonna be a high scoring game.
I feel that game Chelsea win that game 3-1.
Wow.
I'm giving that to Arsenal 2-1.
What did you say
Chelsea
on
and the
the
host
3-1 Chelsea?
Chelsea. Yeah.
3-2.
And Brad,
Chelsea.
you said
2-1 to Arsenal.
2-1 Arsenal.
3-2 Arsenal. Actually.
And I just want to say, I think Leicester going to cause an upset this weekend.
Nah, that's not gonna happen.
But that not an upset, bro.
4-1.
If that happen,
according
4-1.
if that happen, we'll be okay.
to Leicester.
Last week, fellas say Chelsea beating us 4-1. You know, Chelsea have to get a whole little. We'll be all right. Listen, the players have a new manager to impress, or new head coach to impress. We gonna win that game. 3-0, easy. Whoop whoop. I don't know how they going for chances, and we're gonna get lucky. But yeah, so that's the predictions.
I'm not surprised by anything United do now, bro. Like, I'll just get my frustration.
Neither am I.
I know expectations on the floor, so it's all right.
But yeah, you know what they say? When you don't have no expectations, you'll never be disappointed, buddy.
Facts.
Amen.
So,
All right. Do you take us home?
yeah, so everybody, already it's an hour. We've been there for an hour. We went through the Champions League. We went through the Premier League. We had some predictions. Before we go, so how are we doing it now with the points for the predictions now?
Same like also. Huh?
3 points for a win, or for the same score? How are we doing it? Are we tracking it?
The result and 1 point for result, 3 points for one exact result.
Okay, fair enough.
All right.
And
That's good.
0 points for nothing.
Yeah.
So result.
The result, like
1
if you
point
get the W or the W or
or
whatever,
the draw or whatever, yeah.
yeah, you get 1
So,
point.
so we get a total of get a total of 4 points for the thing. So if we do
Yeah,
Per game, yeah.
per game.
4 points
Yeah,
per game, 5 games, 20 points on the docket.
For the weekend, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, so everybody joining us again. You know, we really appreciate you guys jumping on with us. Again, we apologize that we couldn't be here last week Monday. Just some personal issues, but
This
week I would say this week
week.
Monday. But we're gonna keep it consistent. We'll be back next week, Monday, to review the rest of the week. We have a big match day tomorrow. In the biggest competition in Europe. Make sure you guys tune in and see beautiful football. From Rudolph's team.
AKA the queer border of Europe.
Chelsea still in the dregs with yourself.
Chelsea the border.
That's it. Chelsea never play in Europe. Chelsea playing in somewhere in Asia.
Chelsea is under the platform of Europe.
Oh boy.
But yeah, everybody, thanks for joining us again, and we appreciate Shane calling in. We want some more people to call in. Join the live, give us your views. And share our videos. They're on YouTube. We on Instagram as well. So follow us and give us you guys suggestions on what we could do to make the show better. We want to make it an interactive show. So don't hesitate to call us and join in. All right, everybody. Stay safe and have a good night.
Yes, sir. Yes.